quick.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to One Good Question, our Friday episode. And this is more of a general topic, but we're going to get some people's personal tips on recovery. We got a question from the Discord. If you want to get involved, goodcompany.discord.com. You can ask us questions. You also get first dibs on all apparel drops. Someone asked about sauna and cold plunge being popular for recovery and what that means. And I'll maybe give a baseline of answer that question, then we'll go on to what people do for recovery. But the term recovery, I feel like, comes in waves like everything else in a trend. When I first started lifting, no one really talked about it. And then all of a sudden it got so popular and everyone's on a foam roller for 10 hours and they're slamming CBD like it's orange juice and going crazy. And then it kind of disappeared again. In my opinion, evidence caught up and people started to realize.
And now it's
now it's back.
Wave.
Yeah, now it's back because of very popular people that are probably talking outside of their expertise and using the term recovery. Yes, ice baths do help recovery. But the bigger question is.
But do they?
They do.
I don't know how much science is behind that.
All science. I'll footnote it if you'd like. It helps recovery. But the question is your goal recovery or is your goal adaptation? Yeah. And so most people's goal is adaptation. When you train, you want to adapt to the weights and the stimulus you gave yourself. And ice baths and things of that nature actually blunt hypertrophy. But it does help you recover. If you have a race today and you're in track and field and you have a race tomorrow, it's not a bad idea to take ice bath. If you're training for a powerlifting meet or bodybuilding show or any athletics that are down the road and you want to actually improve from the work you put in the gym, ice baths may blunt that if it's within, I forgot what the study said, but I think it's about 5 hours within your training. So you can still use an ice bath, but you'd probably have to do it 5 hours before or after. Is there any recovery methods that any of you use, don't like, have thought about, or have not thought about?
That we dislike?
Any of it, sure.
Epsom salt. The major
Epsom salt?
Yeah.
I think the major recovery thing is sleep, rest. Whatever.
I was about to say that's the most slept on.
And I think that's thing
ironically.
one. And I think two, like if people enjoy getting a fucking ice bath, then more power to them. But I think it's the worst thing that I would want to do in the world. It's not a bad thing. It's just not something I would want to do because I wouldn't enjoy it. The things that restore me are things that I enjoy, at least mildly.
Yeah, that's why I'm like Epsom bath like Sebas. Physiologically, there's probably not a ton going on, but it's like my half an hour to disappear. I'll turn on some Bob Marley. And I mentally relax, which always can't be measured the same. Same with like inflammation and all these things, what recovery actually stands for. You can't measure so well.
Yeah.
So does it help me recover? I don't know. But it's something that feels good. When I was training really hard, I took an Epsom salt bath every night. It was just part of my process to go to bed, unwind, relax my brain, and sleep. But I'm not putting that on the poundages or muscle.
I think with the ice bath, it's also the novelty behind it, right?
Yeah.
Like those people who are probably not getting enough sleep and like the basic necessities, eating
You're getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning when you've slept 3 hours to get in the fucking ice bath.
Yeah.
You're at cross purposes to yourself.
Right, but it's the novelty of like it's hard to come around and not a lot of people do it and it is painful, but that's part of the gains aspect of it. It's just like
it's a virtue signal.
Right. So like if you're actually about it and you understand it, like you can use it. And I don't know how effective it is for powerlifting, which is the sport I'm most familiar with, right? But in terms of like basketball and track and stuff like running and all those things, it is different. So like I can see how it could have a
just because the frequency of competition is higher.
Yeah, different application, right? And that's something I don't think it's as applicable in powerlifting.
Yeah. It's probably unlikely. And sauna stuff, and again, a lot of the experts, we reference it a lot, but we had a really good episode with Eric Helms back in the day on like how to spot a gimmick, and like he's a genius, and he had like a great 5 steps to watch that or to stop that. And one of the main was when it cures too many things. And that's how these experts talk about ice baths and saunas. And I'm not a neurologist, and they say, dopamine release and this and that. That's probably true. But if it does that, it's also not going to build a huge bicep, huge deadlift, and make your cock bigger. Like it can't do all of these things. Yeah, and all that happens. Like that's what marketing is when you're talking about making money, finding love, and looking better. Those are the 3 main subjects that humans are susceptible to spend money on. It's this fact. So when you're telling someone that an ice bath cures everything, when CBD oil cures everything, of course people are going to buy into it. And if there's money involved, there's going to be more and more people trying to make it. And so it does, for me, scream the gimmick red light meter. But a lot of people just are making money off of it.
Yeah.
And so they're going to continue to push whatever.
I think their chances is that these people can definitely get their sleep and nutrition in check, and they will be good and consistently.
Right.
I add, not just like when you feel like it, when you think about it, and when you're close to a meet, but like throughout your training, and that's when you're going to reap the most, like the benefits from it.
100%. If you go to bed at the exact same time, wake up at the exact same time, and hit your macronutrient and calorie intake for 6 months, I would argue besides steroids, there's nothing on the planet going to serve you better as an athlete or even as a businessman or your mentals and all that. There's nothing going to beat that than those two factors.
But it's not interesting. It doesn't sound fun.
No, it doesn't
really
grow
boring.
your dick. It doesn't get you a girlfriend. No, it doesn't do any of that. Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah,
It's a hard sell. And I have nothing to sell for
Right.
it, and I'm not sponsored by anything by it, and we
Right.
don't have a marketing push for it, but that's the honest to God truth.
It's the honest, truth. Sounds easy, but it's hard to do.
It's very hard.
It's
Because
hard
no
to
one's
do.
doing it. Same with Jim's thing. Like, they're taking all these ice baths, but then Friday they're having 6 beers, staying up till midnight.
Yeah.
Like,
People think they're doing it. Like, okay, I understand that, but I'm already doing that.
there's no win there.
No, you're not. Track yourself for a full week or
Yeah.
10 days and see like how much sleep you're actually getting and like your actual protein intake and all these things.
And depending on the category of human we're talking shit on, if we go to the real ice bath folks, they're probably not even tracking their volume and progress within a gym, meaning they're not following a progressive program.
Right.
So they're just spinning their wheels. That's throwing a dart blindfolded. Like, you don't even know the target you're trying to hit because we're not controlling the variables we can, but you got that ice bath in, thank God.
Yeah, I would say that as a general rule, the recovery methods that don't make money for anybody else probably have the greatest salience in the world.
Yeah, big celery and big broccoli and big pillow isn't selling us shit.
Yeah.
Even though some of that market's a little weird too. There are some weird pillows and stuff trying to market, but yes, I agree. You're honestly better off investing in that shit.
Yeah.
A good ass mattress, a good AC unit to sleep in the cold,
Yeah.
a fucking blanket.
My neck has been fucked.
Pillows matter, bro. Pillows
been-
matter. A cheap pillow, that shit will be gone in like 2 months. It all bundles
That's
up as
true.
a piece of shit. Yeah, get a good pillow.
Yeah, that's adulting.
That
it's
is.
like investing in your mattress and in your
Swear.
comforter. And your
Mattresses are
duvet,
bread.
Yeah.
pillow.
So is an ice bath.
No, I was just saying mattresses. Are
I know. But the people sleep on the fucking 8-year-old, 20-year-old mattress and go buy a brand new ice bath. I think it's
That's
going
true.
to make them jacked.
Yeah, that's true.
It's the same as the supplement market, right? They're not going to follow a program. They're not going to eat their macronutrients, but they're buying every supplement on their son to raise their test because everyone's got low T.
Yeah. And this question started off being about saunas in particular, and if you want to roll back to when we had Andy Galpin on the show, he did talk about.
I think we did ice and sauna.
We
with
did
them.
ice and
Yeah.
sauna, and like I think that some of the research around ice is not held up the same way that the research around heat has.
Is it more
Like-
helpful?
Yeah, I mean, he would say that even if you don't do anything else, like if you don't work out at all, if sitting in a sauna is still going to be good for you.
Yeah. There is something about like heat activated proteins
Yeah,
where
heat shock
something.
proteins,
yeah,
yeah.
where that is a thing. Yeah, I guess. But that is like general health versus like optimizing an athlete versus
Right, exactly.
Yeah, it's all different. It's all different.
I wish I could. I have a hot tub thing
Yeah.
in my complex.
Or like
I
red
should
light.
use that more.
They have like red light and blue light and X-ray
UV,
light and
whatever
green light. and
light stuff.
People are staring into their pupils and getting better vision, and I don't know what these fuckers.
What are you grinning about over there?
I made a joke under my breath and I just looked at CRS and just.
What's the joke?
Yeah, let it loose.
What?
Let it loose.
No, I forgot what it was now.
No, it's already gone. You let it out in the world and it's gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who invited that kid?
I don't know. He wandered in here.
Go to bed at the same time, wake up at the same time, stop drinking alcohol. Keep your calories semi-consistent. Eat enough protein, and you'll be jamming.
My 84-year-old mother-in-law the other day said, I stopped drinking just to see. She said, I sleep so much better.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that right there, people that think like you need to go to bed high or go to bed drunk and it makes you sleep better.
No,
It
worse.
doesn't.
Yeah.
It's actually a lot worse.
For
It's
sure.
like, well, it knocks me out.
I need
I
that.
could punch you and knock you out.
Doesn't
You
mean
get-
you're sleeping
It's
better.
not, it's not better sleep.
No, I know. Like I hate that
Slow
one.
down,
Like,
Mike
I need
Tyson.
THC to go to bed. Like that's just not helping you out.
Like,
Like
you fall asleep afterward. It makes
But
you
you're not
really
getting
tired.
quality
But
sleep.
the quality is not good.
Yeah.
So it's just like they don't.
defeats the purpose. Like
You can't reason with those people though.
that's
Yeah.
To say
facts.
that.
Yeah, everyone's trying to find the shortcut for sure.
Yeah.
Hard work's hard work.
There you go.
There ain't no shortcut.
No
Sometimes
shortcut.
it's just doing the boring thing very consistently.
Take the long cut.
Yeah.
Where can people find you?
On Instagram at avi.lieu.
No athletes allowed until 2028. Sebas, where can they find you, buddy?
Sebastian_Brambila on IG.
Where can they find you?
Matt
D&D King.
_OGI.
What do they call it? Dungeon Master?
Yeah,
DM.
It's DM. Ah, he outed himself.
If we took another, I told you I went to a nerd school. I
Nerd.
know all this shit. But if you go on Instagram and we ask people what DM means, what are they going to say?
Well, DM is direct message, but
And D&D is do not disturb.
No,
it's not Dungeons and
Posting it.
Dragons
Nope,
to
I'll
a
post
normal
it.
human.
I'll post it. No, it's not.
All right,
Jim.
shout out one of your 8 Instagrams.
I knew that was coming. I already said it. Matt _OGI.
The Warhammer one. Oh my god. Ladies and gentlemen, new episodes Wednesday and Friday. We'll catch you in the next one. I'm Solid Mike, where you want to find me through sb.co for all your apparel needs.
I am at the Jim McDonald on all those social media. This show is 50% facts, where percent is a word and 50 is just numbers. 50% facts is a Spreaker Prime podcast in association with iHeartMedia on the Obscure Celebrity Network, and we will talk to you next week.